Okay, so homework this week. We are doing math minutes, which is a little bit different than what we've been doing in the past. So, I'm going to give you the instructions on how you're going to complete the math minutes, but you need to know that you're going to be spending at least a minute every single day between now and November 30th working on math. Yes, it's a whole minute of your entire day. So, day 1, which is tonight, you're going to do 1 minute of math. And it's a half page that you're going to start with, and you're going to work on them for 1 minute. So, this one's going to be Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday you'll hand them in. So this will actually just be an extra sheet at the very back. Okay? So, when you're completing a Mad Minute, you need to find a quiet space to work somewhere in your house. Okay? You're going to use a timer, so it doesn't matter what kind of timer you use, but that's where you're going to work for 1 minute and try to answer correctly as many questions as you can. Now, when you're doing them, you're not just going through and picking out all the 1 times table and answering them randomly on the page. You need to start at the first question. You work at the first question, then the next one, then the next, then the next. When the timer stops, you need to draw a line on the page showing where you finished. At that point, you need to go back and check your answers. So what are some ways we can check our answers? Tanner?
With a calculator or a parent.
Okay, so with a calculator or a parent, both options are completely fine by me. You're going to give yourself a check mark besides the ones you got correct. At the top of the page, you'll see where it says the word score. You're going to add up the number of questions you answered correctly. If you left, you can't leave them blank, but if you wrote the wrong answer, it doesn't count towards your score. Okay? And the goal, obviously, is that we are working quickly and accurately so that you're getting the most right in the shortest amount of time possible. I know that for some of you, this will be fairly easy, and for some of you, it's going to be quite challenging. But the goal is that you're challenging yourself so that each day you're getting a little bit faster and a little bit more accurate. So, when you're done and you've marked it, if you're feeling ambitious, or your parents tell you to, you can finish answering the multiplication questions on the page. Now, you might, for the first little bit, say that we're going to only do, let's say you answer the first 2 lines. You might decide that you're only going to do the next 2 lines as practice. Or, you may decide that you have the time and tonight's the night you're going to be practicing your math, you're going to finish answering the rest of the questions on the page. I should be able to look back and see that line that shows me where you finished at the 1 minute mark. So even if you go ahead and answer the rest of the questions, I need to make it very clear where you finished at 1 minute. Okay? You're doing this 1 minute every night. But like I said, you can use the extra questions as practice throughout the rest of the week. Now, because day 2 rotates because of the PA day on Friday, the homework is not due until Monday, November 30th. You have a question.
Can you do all the math at once, or do you have to only do
No,
one page at once?
you do 1 page per day.
And you can only do it for 1 minute?
You only do 1 minute and then you mark it off. Once you've corrected it, you can choose to go back and answer the rest of the questions. But I need to be able, your score only counts to 1 minute. Okay, yes?
Do you, like, if you go ahead and you do all the other questions, do you mark those too?
Well, it would be probably not in our best interest to be practicing them wrong. So yes, if you're going to practice them, you need to make sure that you mark them right.
But you don't.
And that way, when you go to answer them the following day. So let's say, for example, I get it in my head that 3 times 7 is 20, not 21. If I keep practicing as 3 times 7 is 20, that's not helping me when I get to the next page. So you need to make sure that you mark them so that you're getting them corrected. Yes?
Is it once every week?
You're doing 1 a night for 1 minute.
Like, are we going to have one of these every week?
For right now, you're doing this until November 30th.
Okay.
You're doing one half page a night. So 1 minute every day.
That's pretty simple.
Okay? Yes?
What if you finish at the 1 minute mark, then after you do, like, can you just keep on going?
After you've corrected them. Yep. Yep.
So what if you're really fast in math and you finish the whole page?
Great. Then you got yourself a score of 50.
Well, then do you only count it
You're
off?
still going to practice another 50 tomorrow.
Do you want to, like, you still have more time, so can you go to the next page?
Nope. Nope.
59
If you're getting 50 done in a minute, you're probably faster than I am.
What happens if you
I'm not
only get,
sure. I
like,
haven't actually done a math
3
minute in a little
questions,
while.
and what happens if you only get
Hand.
3 questions a minute?
Hand. Okay, yes.
So what if like you are gone on Sunday night or something, you can't do it? Like do you
You
have
have 1 minute that you need to spend. Just 1
1
minute.
minute.
It is literally 1 minute. So at some point from the time that you wake up in the morning to the time that you go to sleep at night, you just need to find 1 minute. Okay? So at some point I feel like you can find 1 minute. Even if it's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning or the last thing you do before you go to bed, at some point, it's only 1 minute, not 20.
Or
One.
midnight.
150.
Yes.
Can we do the Monday one for fun?
Can you do, yes, if you want to do this last page just for practice at some point, or done your minute and you want to practice on this very last, that's fine. Your score is still only going to be 50, but yes, absolutely you can use those as practice. That's why they're there. Yep.
What if you stop halfway through? Like, you go down, like, and you're on the last row, and the
You're going across this way, right?
yeah, and then you stop, and the timer goes, and you have like 2 questions left. You just underline all the questions that you got done.
So you're going to draw a line to show me that's where you stopped, and then yes, if you want to go on and answer those last 2 questions, that's just practice. Yep. Yes.
Like, what do you mean by a line? You just like circle like the ones.
Like
that
I
you
would just
haven't
take
done?
it and go, whoop. Oh, that didn't work because the smart word overlay's not on. But I would just draw a line like that, and that tells me I've done all of those questions up to that point right there. Okay?
Is each question one point?
Okay. Yes, in pink. And I'm not trying to not use your names today because we're recording a video. Yes.
what if you have to go to the washroom in the middle?
No, then you plan around that. You have 1 minute, and you are doing math throughout. Okay? We're going to take last 3 questions. Yes.
Is each question 1 point?
Yes. Each correct question is 1 point. Okay? Yep.
If you finish the whole page, you still have to draw a line at the end.
Yes. So that I know that you finished that page in that time. Yep.
So could you do like the front page, and then when you've done that, could you go on to the back page? Like,
So this is going to be Monday,
yeah,
or this is
that
going to be
one.
tonight,
And then like go all the way to
to the very back.
Could you do those?
Yes. But this is going to only count for tonight. If you want, these are extra practice questions.
Okay.
Okay? I said I was only going to do 3 more. So
7 minutes.
last question.
Are both of them on the back?
No.
Yeah.
This is the only one that's practice. So you can count it. This is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday you're handing it in to me. So everybody needs to remember to bring them back on Monday completed. All right, thank you very much. You can turn it off.
Do we have